A warm, wonderful welcome. My name is Victor Zametz. I'm a retired attorney from Sydney, Australia. I'd just like to discuss David Thompson's Materializations because they've become very, very controversial. And it's good. As you know, or perhaps some of you know, I've put the evidence for the afterlife, 22 different areas of afterlife evidence on the internet. And this is the book. And I'll give you the URL for it immediately after this video. Now, of all the evidence that I've presented to the public for scrutiny and to the scientists and to the empiricists, there is one area of evidence that I particularly like because I've experienced it myself, and this is materializations. For over 14 months, I, as an expert in the admissibility of evidence, and also have qualifications in scientific method, investigated David Thompson's materializations. And I tell you with absolute certainty, they are valid, they are real, and they've been confirmed a number of times by other experts. Montague Keen from the British SPR, Society for Psychical Research, investigated David Thompson and gave him full marks. And he is an empiricist. Now, I'm also an empiricist with scientific method. And I'm not into subjectivity. I'm not into personal belief. I'm not into blind faith. I'm into objectivity and repeatability. So when David Thompson asked me to attend his materializations, I was more than happy to do that. And I brought a psychologist with me, my partner, and we went there to investigate David Thompson's the first night. And I said to myself that if this is all nonsense, I won't go there again. But now I've been there 14 months. And when we investigated David Thompson's, we were thorough. As empiricists, we looked into every inch, every centimeter of the venue itself, outside and inside, trapdoors. And we saw, actually I tied David Thompson in his chair, a chair like this, myself, so about 16 different ways. He's got gag around his mouth and tightly put around his mouth because we wanted to make sure that everything was scientifically correct. And then we get results. So what do you say? I mean, the results we get with materializations, when spirits materialize out of nothing. Well, I saw in red light David Thompson's ectoplasm there, and we saw, I was 7 others with me. I saw this ectoplasm, and these spirits use this ectoplasm and they become solid. And one of them even came and shook hands with me. Now, this is world-shattering evidence. This is stunning evidence. This is wonderful evidence because it's repeatable. And this is why I tell those people who are uninformed, who have never ever attended a materialization mediumship of David Thompson's, who are ignorant of the facts that materializations are real, ectoplasm is real, and we must never forget that ectoplasm was investigated by a Nobel laureate, Professor Riche, and also by Professor Crawford from Ireland. We have seen it, there were 8 of us during this investigation. And this week, in the first week of October, David Thompson is in England, and some 32 people witnessed this ectoplasm. So it's real, it's happening. I quite agree that the information is fundamentally inconsistent with our own cherished beliefs. But what do you do when you get the same results every week? Every week we meet these people, we talk to these people, we joke with these materialist entities, and they answer our questions in a very intelligent way. This is the message for the whole world. There is an afterlife. And Materializations, the way David Thompson is doing them, are brilliant. Now, his afterlife convener, William, it's been an enormous help to us. He is the one who brings in visitors. We've had many visitors. And even this week in England, we have Ronald Pearson, a British scientist, a brilliant scientist. Now, he investigated, said no, there's no fraud. He's witnessed the red light, and everything we stated before, he has confirmed. The British SPR confirmed that what David Thompson is doing is genuine. I am stating unequivocally, without any doubt whatsoever, what David Thompson is doing in Materializations is valid. And Ron Pearson, the British scientists too, and there were other empiricists investigating Thompson's. They're all saying it's true. So this is wonderful, wonderful evidence to help us and help people around the world understand that there is an afterlife, that on crossing over they will have consciousness, that they'll be met by their loved ones. And if you're average, decent person, you have nothing to worry about. Keep an open mind. I'll guarantee you, you will be okay.